Hello? Is anyone there? Hello? So where am I then? Well, there are no piles of burning cinders, so I can't be in the clutches of Lucifer. On the other hand, there are no pliant maidens mopping my brow, so I didn't make it. Perhaps this is it. Perhaps this is what it is for each one of us. Each one making their own heaven and hell. Oh, these are drinks. Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? Can anyone hear me? Oh, obviously not. No rest, no sleep, no eating. Nothing to do. Nothing to keep me occupied. I suppose I just waited. Perhaps I should just pour myself a drink. You say God helps those who help themselves.
Doesn't matter. I'm not really interested. Is Selina here yet?
Who?
Selina. Is she here yet?
Who's Selina?
Stop playing games. Where is she?
I don't know who you mean.
Oh, I see. This is how it's going to be, is it? You're here to torment me. To make my life hell.
I don't think we're in hell. And I'm not here to torment you.
Well, you're doing a good job of it anyway.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. You're forgiven.
I was being ironic.
So was I. Anyway, how do I know that you're even here? Don't look at me like that. For all I know, you're not even real. In fact, why shall I even look at you? Let alone talk to you. You must be just a figment of my prefrontal cortex or something.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Like you, I suppose,
Oh.
dead. I think, therefore, I must be.
My name is Roger.
Julia Owens. Excuse me, do you have a light? I seem to have misplaced mine somewhere. I said, excuse me.
What?
Do you have a light?
No, I don't smoke.
Growing habit, it seems. When did I quit it?
Well, it seems I'm not going to be having a drink after all.
Did I take a cigarette?
The torment begins.
Pardon?
The torment. It begins.
What do you mean?
Well, It seems to me that they know our weaknesses and have decided not to let us have them.
They? Who are they?
They are whoever's in charge, whoever's going to make the decision about what happens to us. The gods. Greek gods, Roman gods, the Time Lords, Spirit in the Sky, the Illuminati. Whether it's to be upstairs or downstairs. Or in my lady's chamber.
Do you mind?
Oh.
You really have a weird sense of reality, don't you?
Oh, thank you.
It wasn't meant to be a compliment.
Oh, no, but it felt like one.
You see an insult as a compliment.
Oh, nothing I haven't heard before. In the city where used to people having a go at us.
The city?
I was a banker, investment banker. Roger Fenimore, you may have heard of me.
No. Should I have?
Not necessarily. I was involved in the big boom after deregulation.
Oh, God. So you're the reason my job was a complete nightmare.
I really don't know what you mean. And I wouldn't expect you to know anything anyway. I mean, finance is part of a woman's world.
What? How have you known I've worked in banks since I was 16?
No doubt.
I know everything there is to know about banking.
Yes, very good.
I may have started off buying, but then I was a clerk, manager of a branch, then manager of my whole area. We're the ones who have to deal with the shit that you couldn't be bothered to deal with.
Well, at least it gave you something to do. And after all, you were the ones who sold them their crummy mortgages and worthless PPI.
Yes, because assholes like you were the ones who devised all the clever ideas, gave all the frontline staff their targets when we'd lose our jobs, and then, when it fell apart, we were the ones who had to deal with all the angry customers. You're the bastards who make everybody else's life miserable. The strong, silent type. I can see you're going to be my torment. First, I'm separated from the one I love. Then I'm stuck here in this room with you.
Who do you think I am?
Well, aren't you here to torment me? To make my life a living hell?
Oh, I see. You walked in here, you took one look at me and decided I was the epitome of hell. Well, let me set you straight, Mrs. Ernst.
Not Mrs. I'm not married.
Oh, that's a waste. So, now you're here.
You're one of the countless rats I've had to put up with this shit from all the time. I swear you people get paid to ask around and make everyone else's lives miserable. With your innuendos, you make me sick.
Nice to meet you, too.
As manager of the Oxford area, I have a list of complaints longer than the Great Wall of China, thanks to the likes of you.
Well, you don't really know a whole lot about the subject of management, do you? If you can't cope with the stresses of management, then why not stay back in the kitchen where you belong? There's a reason that men are paid more than you for doing this work, because we're better at it than you. If you're just trying to do a job you're not temperamentally suited for.
The reason you get paid more is because you don't have tips and you think with your dicks. Equality is going to miss in the banking world.
Really don't care.
Typical. You... Excuse me. Can you help me? I can help you. I need a doctor. I need a doctor. I'm going to hospital. I need a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but I'm trying to help you. Are you a doctor?
I don't need a doctor at this rate, dead or not.
I need a doctor. I'm on my way to hospital again. The car, it crashed. I crashed the car, there was blood. It smelled of roses. Do you know where you are, dear? Are you... Am I...
You have kicked the bucket. You bought the farm. You are pushing up the daisies. You are dead, devised, deceased. You are an ex-human.
Will you fuck off? Did you expect it? No, not really. On the way to hospital. Yeah. I was in the car and I was on my way to hospital and my phone, I need my phone. I was trying to call my friends. I worried. They wouldn't answer, so I need my phone. It's okay. It's okay. You don't need your phone here, dear. It's okay. What? Why? Well, that's it. Our temptations are now our torments. As well as him over there being ours, of course. And his devil.
Could be if you want.
In his own way, yes, he already is.
Yes, please, young lady.
Shut up, leave her alone. Am I in hell? No, I think God is yet to make that decision, whichever God that turns out to be.
Oh, we have a choice. I'll go with the one I've made in my own image.
I thought, surely it would be hell. Well, it still could be. Oh, why? I don't know, really. It's just the three of us here. An empty drinks cabinet, no lighters, no phone. I can think of no more hellish thing than that. We just need the phone to tell.
That's it. We're in training in purgatory.
Purgatory? Patience. I suppose you don't have any.
Oh, that's rich coming from you.
Why are you here? I took a woman from the honeymoon of marriage. Selina left her beloved to be with me, and away we ran into the depths of debauchery. And how delicious it was. Now, all three of us are dead, waiting to see what is to happen. Really bad.
Oh, you're all bad, I think. But please continue. Don't let me spoil the story.
That's it. I had no more loose ends to tie up down there. Apart from the excuse of a flat. A flat? What's that? A for sale sign on our door? Oh God, it really does make you mad. You've only been put in the ground a few days and look at them. They're snivelling estate agents. Sniffing about, seeing what we've left of them to make money from. It really makes me sad. I wish I was...
Wait a minute. Did you say 3 deaths?
Yes. Us 2 women and a cockroach and a man.
Oh, well, second 3, eh? I suppose the man pined away from a broken heart.
No. I don't think he had enough emotion in him to even recognise a broken heart. God, he was a bore. Like a wet tissue stuck to the bottom of his shoe. Anyway, in the end I shot him. Well, somebody had to do it. We did him a favour, really. In fact, we did everyone a favour. He was so irritating. He was there, everywhere we went, begging Selina to come back to him. Everything he did was irritating beyond belief. His jaw would click when he chewed his bloody sandwiches. He'd rustled his crisp packet, and he had the most putrid aftershave. Selina had to leave him. We did it together.
Delightful.
Oh, they have a macaron. What a lovely turnout. Look at the flowers in the sun. Oh, I wish I was there.
Oh, so do I.
But, wait. What's that? What are you taking him back for? How are you doing, you silly little cow? You know he'll drop your next step up in the dress size ladder you take. Just you wait. What's going on, Joe? You told me about her. I'm no good, but neither is she. How does that work? How does she live? She doesn't even swallow. It's not fair. It's not fair. Oh, God. Gone. So, why are you here?
A fall.
A fall?
From the 12th story. Well, a jump, really. I was hounded, cornered, there was no way out. It's not recorded suicide. Well, I suppose I was the one that jumped. No one made me do that.
In the West, don't you?
Yes, my wife. She's asking questions. She wants to understand the circumstances. She's poking her nose in. She goes to my office and sits. She listens. She doesn't understand business, so it's easy for her to misunderstand, jump to conclusions. She's agreed to meet with Harry and Paul to make the arrangements. She's wearing black. She's secretly relieved. This all makes things better. She isn't crying, and I doubt she will.
Did you suffer much?
No, out with a bang.
That...
Quick.
No, I mean...
Dead?
Oh, don't say that word. I'm not used to it yet. I suppose I was never really alive on Friday anyway. How long have you actually been here?
A month, perhaps. I'd say. Time seems meaningless when there's nothing to fill it with.
I don't understand why the three of us are being thrown together. I thought we'd meet my nana or my friend or something. I just don't understand it.
Just chance. Oh. Why would we have preference? The way I see it, it's first come, first served. Why would beggars can't be choosers? What are you laughing at?
Chance? You really think that this is all down to chance? Well, I suppose perhaps it makes it easier for you to deal with. It's not very stylish, is it? So everything here is fixed for us. That's the ticket. It's meant to be. Well, that will be hard. I guess I could rebel against being told what to do.
Go for it. If you can. Maybe that's part of their plan too.
What's this? This is craziness. Surely you must know something.
Me? Why should I know anything?
I just thought.
You thought wrong.
Do you care?
Me? No, I never cared. No one cared for me. I suppose my mother would have done once upon a time. Not sure of that.
That's sad.
Sad? No. I had all the happiness money could buy. I enjoyed it to the full. The prospect of losing that was why I jumped. Down to the level of the ordinary mass of people, not an option.
That doesn't make you sad.
Sad? No. determined not to let them have their day. Of course, here it's different, because staying alive is a fate worse than death.
Well, why are you here? What did you do?
On the board, Chief Finance Officer. I was the best, because I knew where to find all the brightest young lads, all devising those clever and complex financial instruments, and the best guys to sell them to the suckers who thought they were going to get rich. Finance is manipulation. It's all about convincing people they're going to get one over on the next guy. Look at the LIBOR fixing that everybody made such a fuss about. Only fools didn't know it was fixed. One day it was us, another day it was one of the other banks. You scratch my back. It's all about confidence. The bubble keeps expanding as long as everybody believes in it. But someone loses their nerve, the system collapses, there's a run, the banks reduces that.
Yeah, but why are you actually here?
I'm possibly here because of the way I treated my wife. It was down to her. She had such a small domestic mind. She could have enjoyed the pleasures of money and power just as I did. No, she would sit moping at home. I was sick of it. I worked hard all day, drank my nights away, brought women back home. Never cried, never complained. Or she could be a martyr. I think that's what she wanted. That's her glory. That's how she got attention. Not good for goodness sake, but for pity.
How disgusting.
People are so easy to manipulate and control. Even the men in the office would run around in my beck and call. You can do anything if you convince everyone you have a right to take control. That's where a public school education pays off. Have a wife and a whore on the same night? Make and break people's businesses with a phone call?
Is that how you justify your success? How high and mighty you think you are?
What if there were no bust? The bubble would just keep expanding like an inflating universe.
And then pop.
Just ever expanding until there's room inside for everyone. Wouldn't it be glorious?
But if you have to keep on earning more money to make more things, to have more jobs to sell to people, isn't that just a treadmill? Can't we just share it all out?
I never expected you to turn out to be some sort of hippie. Look, we have to keep buying and selling. That's how the market works. You have to believe in it. As long as a few people, more people, stop believing in it, then the system collapses and we lose all our progress. There are too many weak people. Weak people don't see results fast enough, so they call for revolution and we lose everything. Every 10 years or so we change our politics depending on the whims of the media and the fickleness of its readers, so we never make any real progress.
So, measuring success by wealth and abuse.
Not my success, the country's success.
But what? What about the ones you can't make ends meet? Where's the success there?
The success is the opportunity provided. You don't take to seize that opportunity.
Yes, but if you can't see the opportunity, if you don't have the education or the background, you're forgetting about the ordinary people.
Ordinary people. What's the alternative? Communism? We can all be poor and miserable together. The third way. Whatever that is. It's just doing capitalism without really believing in it. Green policies. They'd have us all living in mud huts and eating tofu. No. The only way is to really let market forces run free so that we fall into our natural hierarchy. The strong run things, the weak do what they're told. It's all about controlling and being controlled according to our natural temperaments. So what did you do?
Me? Well, I'm just here with you two. And that's the thing. Can't speak for you two, but I don't like being kept in the dark like this, you know. It's an obscene way to treat a person.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're talking to me like that. I've supported people like you. Did my husband? Did he even ask me how it made me feel? No, didn't even care. Having to compete with stuffy little wives breathing down my neck. How old did you say you were, sweetie? How long since your father's business bombed? Now tell me you're not going to wear those shoes again next time, are you? Harry saying, good impression, make me proud, darling, that's my girl. And I did it. I did my job very bloody well, thank you. So don't try telling me what to do when you can't understand me. Do you know what? For that matter, no one has understood me, so piss off. It's okay, sweetheart. Calm down, calm down. I understand what you're going through.
Oh, I bet you do.
Like you always thinking you know what's the best.
Well, we can't all be the best.
Depends on what you're being the best at. Who do you think looks after that household? The butler, the maid? Well, must have been torture for you. Yeah, I know. Well, he was getting old, and yeah, I know, half my age, blah, blah. It was fun, though. He did keep me occupied. You know, even been to dinner at the Brampton. But what could I do? I was getting older. Missed my youth completely. He'd work. I'd get lonely. What of them used to feel sorry for me, staring at me across crowded rooms. Didn't do any harm to let them think that, did it? One day Harry came home, told me I could go shopping or something ridiculous like that. Money was tight. Then he was unemployed, you know, the shock! She would come on the scene by then. Gorgeous. So, I made my choice. And there we are. I'm driving in my car, whispering, well, here I am, no bloody explanation, no word from friends and family, and I've seen the way to treat a person.
Yes, I think it must. Yes. I could probably have done with you being my wife.
If that's what you want to return to.
I'm not saying it wasn't tough, because I understand it was difficult, it was hard. You can talk to me, tell me about it. I won't always bite. He's not standing up.
I felt empty. My natural needs weren't being fulfilled. The needs of a woman, you see, not the system. That's because men don't know how to fulfill a woman's needs.
I've never had any complaints before.
What, did you have them gagged? Could be interesting.
It's enough from you. Who's speaking to you?
Oh, for another gentleman.
Well, spill the beans then, Miss Perfect. What's your story?
Fine, I'll tell you. I have nothing to hide. Selena and I have been together for years. First it was great. Crazy nights out, lazy days in bed. We were really happy. But then she started to change. What was my job? I had demands at me all the time, and Selena lost her job. She would just sit at home all day, wallowing in TV talk shows and cups of tea. And she started to become really needy, asking questions all the time, like, when you come home, and we don't spend any time together, and how she'd been tricked into loving another woman. I was out late a lot, and out early in the morning. And I'd worked bloody hard to do my job. And the last thing I needed was to come home to her every night, just sitting there being a complete sap. Anyway, I met another woman, didn't I? In a wine bar. She was self-assured and confident. Not arrogant. And I liked her immediately. We met up frequently, mostly in hotels. And one night, we were coming out of the boutique after... Well, Selena was standing there on the opposite side of the street to us. She wasn't stupid, and she could read me like a book. Anyway, when I got home, she was sitting at the dining room table, cold, expressionless. It was only then that I realised what I had to lose. She may have irritated the shit out of me, but she was still my Selena. We started again, new life on the other side of town. Okay, well, the flat was a shithole, but we had each other, and that seemed to be enough. But then she started to grate on me again. Constant whining. When are you going to be home? What do you want for tea? I'll go shopping. Do you want anything? I couldn't stand it. I got really impatient, got angry, started to throw things. Fingers would get caught indoors. Well, she should have moved them sooner. I'd be out late a lot. Met new, exciting women. They would treat me like silk, and I'd do the same. Fancy hotels, fine dining, it was divine. Anyway, one night I got home and Selena was still up. It was after 10, so I was surprised to see her. But there she was, dressed in a stunning red dress. Table laid out for dinner for two, caviar, the works. I was pretty tired, but I thought, I'll be with her for a while. The 2 large glasses of Pinot Noir sat on the table. We drank, sat in silence mostly. And the last thing I remember was falling off my chair. She'd laced my drink and popped her own gloves as well. She always did have a struggle with her conscience. That's a good upbringing for you. She had. But me?
Well, I come from a very big family. It was a business though. Wasn't their fault. Shame. But Harry, well, that's my husband. Well, Daddy should have listened to him because Harry knew how to win. You probably know him. Harry Lehman.
Oh, big fish you've caught there.
Joe even had the nerve to treat me like a 4-year-old. Always telling me what to do. What you leaving the baby there for? What do you mean you haven't said? What, you can't blow your fast smoke all around the baby. Baby, God, you shitty little baby. They drove me to the bed. All I ever did was cry, constant noise, cry, noise, shitty little fucking shitty little baby. One night, I came back, filled with both noise, constant noise, crying noise. I didn't even hear the salt in the crib as I ran off to wash the shit and piss off my hands. I'd shaken them before, and it was fine. Happens all the time. Doesn't it? Went back outside and had another double vodka. Then I noticed something special. So, evenly different. Went back in, sort of afraid now of that quiet little lump in the crib. Quiet. The creak of the floorboard gave me a fright. I looked at it. Oh my God. Then Joe had to write back and was pathetic. Joe punted. Oh my God, you should have heard the scream in the wheel, shaking the crib. Patsy, don't just stand there calling an ambulance, and screaming like he was a bloody kid. He was so pathetic. The kid could be harmed now. I didn't want to waste any words on that pathetic arse. So I got in the car and drove. Then it crashed. Here I am. It was all your fault, Joe.
So there we have it. 3 people, all unscathed by the damage we've caused.
Not completely unscathed. Patricia certainly isn't.
Oh no.
We're all corpses in the end anyway. We never go back. So what does it matter?
I don't want to go back then.
Nor me. Perhaps you're not so far out of it after all, my girl.
Please. It's final then.
Final.
Final.
It just seems wrong.
How wrong?
Well, I'd just like to have made more of an impact on, you know.
I did make an impact.
Well, that was a mess you left behind.
I don't need to have a conscience now I'm dead, do I?
You don't seem to have much of one when you were alive.
What about you, Patricia? Did you have a conscience?
I did.
Yes. It's because you still had a sense of duty. You have to have that sense of duty to yourself. And only to yourself. If you can't be true to yourself, you can't be true to anyone else. That's what I keep for my conscience.
And forget the rest.
Like you forgot about the blood you shot.
But Selina and I loved each other.
You only know that you loved Selina.
No, she did love me.
You only have her word for that. Maybe she felt trapped by you, just going along with your game to keep the peace.
No. No, I had her actions. She could have walked any time she wanted.
But you still hurt someone to get what you wanted.
We all hurt to get what we want. You did it to millions.
The number's not important, the action is.
You should not be judging me.
I'm not judging, I'm saying.
You're defending yourself.
Defending myself? From what?
From us.
What?
You pretend you don't care. You pretend you don't have a conscience. But deep down, you feel guilty and ashamed for what you've done, unable to show empathy, because then you would look weak, and a man could never do that.
What? You mean you hurt someone for the benefit of your heart, but I did it for the benefit of my pocket, and that makes me a bad person?
A greedy person.
A hurtful person.
So someone who hurts someone for the sake of their heart is greedy, whereas someone who hurts someone for their pocket is greedy? How does that work? You were happy to spend the money that paid for your pills, your booze, the bullet that you used to kill?